glad that music ended at the right time. Anyways, y'all know how this goes. Do not come after me. I ain't got no goddamn money. I'm reporting from other news areas. Okay? Don't mess with me, please. I ain't got no money, and TikTok already pissed off at me. But anyways, let's get it. Okay, hi, how y'all doing? Let me just go ahead and say it looks like there is a 2 second lag. So yeah, I'm already irritated. How y'all doing? Let me go ahead and say hello. Once again, I gotta mess with this shit every goddamn time. Give me a second. Alright. I guess so. But anyways, check this out, shit.
And then the smoke got me.
Okay, so a full timeline of singer DeForvid's mysterious DeForvid's mysterious case of Celeste Riva's death. Right. This is just getting more messed up and darker. Authorities in Los Angeles are still investigating the death of Celeste Rivas, a teenage girl whose body was discovered in a way that sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. Back in September of 2025, police responded to an impound lot after workers discovered something disturbing in the trunk of a Tesla. That's already your first red flag. It's a Tesla. What they found was severely decomposed body that had been cut apart, wrapped in plastic, and hidden in the vehicle. Because the body had been there so long, it took investigators several days to confirm the identity. The breakthrough came from a small but very specific detail, a tattoo on the victim's finger that read "shh" in red ink. That tattoo helped identify the victim as Celeste Rivas. Now, here's where the story gets even more complicated. Celeste had run away from her home in California when she was only 13 years old. Her family had reported her missing before, but in May of 2024, she made one last phone call home and then disappeared completely. For more than a year, her family had no idea what happened to her. The investigation eventually started pointing towards someone connected to her life, David Burke, better known to fans as the singer The Forfeit. I've never heard of this dude. So I've never heard any of his songs. I just know he just stays in the news almost as much as that orange orangutan. I'm just saying. Yes, the same DeForvet whose song Romantic Homicide blew up online and racked up hundreds of millions of YouTube views. The same artist who opened for SZA's SOS tour and collaborated with major brands and artists. Hindsight. According to investigators, Burke and Rivas had a romantic relationship. Some of his earlier music even appeared to reference someone named Celeste. Once the investigation intensified, things around him started shifting fast. Tour dates from his Withered World Tour quietly disappeared, brand deals started vanishing, artists who had worked with him began distancing themselves. Police also searched a Los Angeles rental property connected to him. And according to reports, investigators found items that raise serious questions about what may have happened inside that home. God help me, I'm sorry, it's all alleged, but it just feels like there's a damn bullseye right there and people just walking past it. I'm just saying, alleged. A grand jury investigation was launched, and court filings now describe Burke as a target in the case. I just said that, damn it. But yeah, it's bullseye in my opinion. Meaning prosecutors believe he may have committed one count of murder under California law. Right now, no formal charges have been announced, but investigators continue to gather evidence and prosecutors appear to be building a case. All y'all need is a video, goddamn, because you got about damn near everything else. Meanwhile, Celeste Rivas' family is left trying to bury their daughter and get answers about how a teenage girl who ran away from home ended up dead in a car trunk more than a year later. And that right there is the real tragedy in this story. A young life lost before it ever really had the chance to begin. I don't know. I mean, seriously, it feels like all the answers are there, but apparently I'm wrong. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, apparently, because I really feel like we all know where this is going. Like I said, please excuse the 2 seconds lag. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But before we begin into the fuckery that is life, let's go ahead and check out my commercial. If you like what I'm doing, or if you don't like what I'm doing and you have a recommendation, please hit me up in the comments, like, subscribe, join. I mean, seriously, I'm trying to make a community out here. So, that's it with that. Let's go ahead to my commercial and I'll be right back. God dang it, not that. I'll be right back. Where the hell is my thing? Okay, there we go.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
Okay, give me a second. For some reason, some buttons just ain't working like they should. Give me just a moment. Would you... God dang it. Give me a second. I don't know what's going on here. It's not working. I don't know why. Give me just one moment. Because I really don't need this. I really don't. Good grief. Why does everything just mess with me? I just don't get it. Okay, hold on. So annoying. There it is. I don't know why it doesn't want to work. Give me a second. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Here it is. Getting on my damn nerves. Yale scholar warns worst is yet to come after predicting Iran war and Drumpf election win years ago. I wish he had told all of us about this shit. God dang it, dude. Talk about holding the damn ball. Now, this next story is a little different because it deals with predictions about the future, and some of them are making people uncomfortable. A Chinese-Canadian educator named Zhang Xuxin has been gaining massive attention online because of a YouTube channel he runs called Predictive History. 3 years ago, hardly anyone knew who he was. Today, his channel has nearly 2 million subscribers, and people are calling him China's Nostradamus. They got you shook. He got people shook. God dang. And why? Because several of his predictions about world politics have actually come true. One example happened in May of 2024. Zhang posted a video predicting that Donald Drumpf would choose J.D. Vance as his running mate. At the time, nobody in mainstream political analysis was saying that. 2 months later, that's exactly what happened. Maybe he watched it. I'm just saying, maybe somebody put it on TV and put it in his goddamn head. Maybe that's what happened. Another prediction he made was that Drumpf would win the 2024 election. Again, controversial prediction at the time. Then the election happened. Now, the predicting getting the most attention involves war. Dude, why didn't you fucking tell somebody ahead of time? Someone who had some pull. Someone who could fucking tell these idiots who... Jeez, dude, come on now. You really dropped the goddamn ball. That's what I was trying to say. He dropped the ball. Zhang predicted that the United States would eventually go to war with Iran, and he even outlined how political leaders might justify it. He suggested the conflict would be framed around Iranians' protests and accusations of terrorism. Later, statements from the U.S. leadership began using very similar language. Is this dude really a magician? Just somebody tell me. Just come on and say it. He's like, what? He's controlling shit. That's what I think he's doing. Anyways, now before people start acting like this man has a crystal ball, it's important to understand how he says he does this. His method involves game theory, historical patterns, and power dynamics between empires. Basically, he studies how countries have over long periods of time and tries to predict behave over long periods of time and tries to predict how those patterns repeat themselves. Damn it. So we are not learning from our past, I see. So he's not saying he's psychic. He's saying history gives clues. But here's the prediction that really got people paying attention. Zhang believes that if the United States ends up in a prolonged conflict with Iran, America could actually lose the war, and the outcome would shift global power permanently. Who the hell do you think you telling? We already know we losing this stupid ass war. Shit. The prediction has sparked intense debate among analysts, military experts, and political scientists. Because if he's wrong, it's just another YouTube theory. But if he's right, then the world could be heading into one of the biggest geopolitical changes of the modern era. Who you telling, man? This dumbass. We have a dumbass naked, ugly ass orange orangutan in office. Who the hell are you telling? I already predicted this shit is gonna end up stupid. Why the hell do you think I'm trying to get the hell up out this country? Shit. You think that tagline is a joke down there? This is not a joke. I seriously am trying to relocate somewhere. This motherfucker here. But if he's right, the world could be heading into one of the biggest geopolitical changes of modern era. And let's just say that kind of prediction nobody wants to test the hard way. Look, real talk, I think the whole black American, at least the older group, kind of already saw this shit happening if he won. I have to say, I guess Kamala's up in there too. Cause she predicted he would do this stupid ass shit. He talks backwards. I kept telling y'all, if you want to understand what this dumbass is saying, reverse what he's saying. God dang it. He's talking about himself. When he says other people, he's talking about himself. When he says himself, he's talking about other people. And when he says this country is doing great, it means this country is doing horrible. This motherfucker is gutting us, okay? He playing in all of our damn faces. But let's look at some other weird ass shit that got me shaking. God dang it, this is some weird ass shit. That's all I can say. Hold on, let me set it up, because I'm telling you right now, it's a struggle every fucking time. Alright, here we go. I hope this works. Okay, it worked. This political odd couple reached across the aisle to pass a historic housing bill in the Senate. I'm shocked the hell that they're both in the same picture. And honestly, I don't trust either one of them. I really don't. So here's something you don't see every day in Washington. A progressive Democrat and a MAGA-aligned Republican actually working together on the same bill. Yes, I know. Take a moment, breathe, sip your coffee, your tea, whatever the hell you want. Senator Elizabeth Warren of Washington and Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina. Yes, that fucking, trash panda. are actually joined forces to write a major housing bill called the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. And surprisingly, the act passed the Senate with a massive 89-10 vote, which is about as close to bipartisan as Congress gets these days. I still think we should have a parliament because this is just fucked up. Our whole system is fucked up from the rooter to the tutor, as they say. But anyways, now, why did these two end up on the same page? Because housing prices in America have gone absolutely insane. The average home price in the United States is now around $400,000, and for a lot of working families, that might as well be $1 million. The bill focuses on increasing supply of housing by offering grants and programs designed to encourage construction. That means jobs. Another major goal is a problem that has been driving up prices for years. Wall Street investors buying large numbers of single-family homes and turning them into profit machines. In other words, greedy-ass nepo bitches. Basically, for families even get a chance to make an offer. Both senators said housing affordability isn't a person. People need places to live, period. Now, whether this bill actually becomes law is another story. The House still has to pass it, and that's where things can get messy. Politics turn even the most reasonable idea to a wrestling match. If the bill survives the House and gets signed, it could represent the largest housing passed in decades. And if it lowers housing costs, one of the few times Washington did something that actually helped regular people instead of lobbyists. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think that jackass is gonna lie, because he's one of the bastards that be grabbing fan homes and shit. You do realize this ass was a horrible real, but he's still a real. I'm saying, whoo, Lord, oh no, because the shit is not getting better. How Drumpf anti-DEI push the federal funding for schools. So those with children or those wanting children like me should probably pay attention to this. This is talk about something that has been turning into a major political battleground across the country. The federal government is now considering a rule that could withhold federal funding from schools and organizations that run DEI programs. The proposal is coming through the General Service Administration, which is asking for public comment before finalizing the rule. If adopted, any organization receiving federal funding could be required to certify it is not operating programs the administration considers discriminatory. This includes schools. And here's where things get serious. Many schools that rely heavily on, am I even on? Okay, I don't know, because I hate when I think I'm saying something and I'm still up there. All right, let me bring this down. Where the hell was I? Let me get back to that. All right. If adopted, any organization receiving federal funding could be required to certify that it is not operating programs that administration considers discriminatory. That includes schools, and here's where things get serious. Many schools that rely heavily on federal funding are Title I schools, which tend to serve low-income communities and majority-minority student populations. Hey, Terry. That means the schools potentially most affected by funding cuts could be the ones already struggling with fewer resources. Education experts say programs funded through federal dollars often pay for things like academic aids, mental health services, tutoring programs, and additional staffing to support students facing economic challenges. Removing that could hit those schools hard. Now, this fight over DEI isn't new, which I still don't understand. If it says inclusive, that means everybody. How the hell is it discriminatory? Several attempts to restrict these programs have already been challenged in federal court. Judges in multiple states have blocked earlier directives that attempted to eliminate DEI initiatives in public schools and universities. Civil rights organizations like the ACLU and the National Education Association have all filed legal challenges, arguing that the policies violate constitutional protections. So, at this point, the situation is far from settled. Public comment on the proposed rule remains open on March 5th, and whatever decision comes next will likely face immediate vote. Because America now, the debate over education, race, and equity has turned into one of the most intense political fights in the country, and it doesn't look like it's cooling down anytime soon. I don't know what the hell is their issue with fucking people having an education. What the fuck is your issue with people being equal with you, okay? You still got all the goddamn money. What do you expect us to do? Once we get equity, we just leave us the fuck alone. Okay, I want y'all to leave us the fuck alone. Like I said, I am really looking at segregation like it could help us a hell of a lot more. Give me a second. I need a sip. Alright, so the fuckery continues. Let's check this next story. God dang, I got to change the thing. Give me a second. There we go. What to know about the Dallas police pew-pew involving a man tied to Representative Jasmine Crockett's security detail. Now, what the hell is this? Where the hell did this shit come from? I don't know, but damn it if I didn't grab it.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Coming out of Dallas, Texas, and it involves deadly confrontation between police and a man reportedly connected to the security detail of Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. According to authorities, the situation started late Wednesday night when police attempted to arrest a suspect with an active warrant. The man fled into a hospital parking garage, barricaded himself inside a vehicle, and refused to surrender. That's when a SWAT team was called in. Officers deployed tear gas in an attempt to force him out of the vehicle, and eventually the man exited while pointing a gun at the police. Officers opened fire and unaliving him at the scene. Can people please think before they just start firing? Okay, he had a gun, I understand, but could we have de-escalated this shit maybe before unaliving the man? Or maybe shoot down, like get him in the toe or something. Damn. Anyways, police say the man did not fire his weapon and no officers were injured. Duh. Law enforcement sources have identified the suspect as Mike King, although officials have not formally confirmed his identity. Report he had previously provided security services for events connected to Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, including appearances during her Senate campaign. However, there is currently no evidence that Crockett had any involvement in the events. You know, y'all love grabbing motherfuckers up into stories just because they had some kind of affiliation with people. I hate that shit. It's not fair. Anyways, there is no evidence that Crockett had involvement with events leading up to the standoff, and her office has not issued a statement. Investigators say King was wanted on accusations of impersonating a law enforcement officer and operating a platform that connected off-duty police officers with security jobs. The case has also sparked questions about the private security industry, which often operates in a gray area where individuals and companies arrange protection services for politicians, businesses, and events. When the system lacks consistent oversight, situations like this can happen, where someone operating in law enforcement adjacent roles may not actually be accountable to the same standards. Right now, many details remain unclear, and much of the information being reported comes from unnamed law enforcement resources. But the incident has already raised serious questions about vetting private security and how individuals end up operating around elected officials without clearer oversight. Let me bring this down real quick. Y'all remember that last story I did on health on Wednesday about HIV and black women? Don't you know, goddamn, fucking TikTok trying to give me a second warning because I did misinformation? Bitch, how did I do misinformation? I'm asking, are y'all doing classes? Because yes, we in the 80s had a lot of sex ed classes. We was always getting taught about condoms and safe sex and shit. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else I said that could have possibly been misinformation. Then they made me take a training class talking about information about bombs and shit. Oh Lord, it was stupid as hell. I'm about to get off of TikTok. That shit is ridiculous. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to this next story. I really don't know what the fuck is wrong with this dude, but apparently he thinks he can do it. Give me a second. This is so irritating. Are you seriously not wanting to work, motherfucker? Really? I hate when my fucking transitions don't want to work. This time I know damn well it should work. I hate shit. That ain't even the one I wanted. Whatever. I'm tired. I'm sick of this shit. Like I said, this is a struggle. This shit here. This is the story right here. And there is like a 2 or a second lag. I'm so sorry. Representative Jim Clyburn announces run for 18th term in Congress. Sir, sit your ass down, please. I wonder if she will go back to law since she's no longer a congresswoman. I was worried about that shit. I was hoping she could keep her seat but I guess not. I guess once you decide to run for something, you give up that seat. But let's talk about this man. He looks, you can tell in his milky eyes, he needs to go retire. This man is not in his prime. We need young blood in fucking politics. Sir, go sit your ass down, please. Oh, Lord. Sometimes kinfolk need their ass to be told the truth. Sit your ass down. You are too old to be. You should have retired about 20 years ago, sir. Let's talk about one of the longest-serving black politician figures in Washington. South Carolina Congressman Jim Clyburn just announced he's running for re-election again in 2026. And yes, before y'all ask, he is 85 years old. This man needs to sit the hell down. Now, I know somebody in the comments are probably typing 85 because that's what I thought. But Clyburn said he's got a lot of gas in that tank. Why don't you go pay attention to your family or something? Become a public leader or something if you want to do something, sir. Go let somebody younger in the office because that's the why we in this issue now. Not enough young, brave enough people to talk back to a fucking stupid, senile orange orangutan. Damn it. Anyways, he said in his announcement, he told reporters he felt healthy and ready to run what he called a very vigorous campaign. For people who may not know his history, Clyburn has been representing South Carolina's 6th congressional district since 1992. Sir, I was 11. That district stretches from Columbia through a large number of rural counties and down towards Charleston. It's also a majority black district that has supported him for decades. How old are they now? Over the years, Clyburn became one of the most powerful black lawmakers in Congress. He has served as a majority whip and later an assistant Democratic leader, making him one of the highest-ranking black members in the House. Thank you for your service. Now go sit down. And whether people agree with his politics or not, there's no denying his influence. And his endorsement during the 2020 Democratic presidential primary was widely credited with helping revive Joe Biden's campaign after it was struggling early on. Because we really don't need all these old-ass grandpas in office. Look where we are now. Jesus Christ. And that ain't even the Messiah's name. So, has anybody heard about yes, go fry some fish somewhere. He looks like he's a grandpa that would be frying some fish or, barbecuing. But what I was saying is, has anybody heard about the Ethiopian Bible? I need to get a hold of that thing. I'm probably going to regret it because, like I said, ignorance is bliss. And I learned a lot of stuff. Life is boring. But anyways, but I need to get into that. Dude just won his 2024 race by more than 20% points, so voters in his district clearly still support him. The real question has been about generational change. Some Democrats have been pushing for younger leadership across the party, especially after recent electoral struggles. But when Clyburn talked to people back home in his district, the response was pretty clear. According to him, Voters told him something along the lines of, we're not worried about what people in Washington are saying. We want you to stay. Oh, my Lord. Could you at least get him somebody to be an apprentice? Can y'all at least have somebody under him, an understudy? Dude is 85, god dang it. Seriously. He's done very good. We love you. Thank you for your work, but some young blood would really help. And if he wins another term, Clyburn could become the longest serving member of Congress in South Carolina's history. So love him or criticize him, the man has been in the political arena for more than 30 years, and apparently he's not planning to leave the ring just yet. He has basically been one whole person's life. Like their childhood to teenage to all the way adult. Sir, I was 11. Good grief. Moving on, because the shit keeps getting weirder. Oh, Lord. Family claims black man left bleeding out while EMS treated white cop's anxiety attack. What the fuck is this? Are you serious? I hope they have video. Of course, it's in Connecticut. This is painful and complicated, and it raises more serious questions about how situations like this are handled. A black man named Deshaun Best was pew-pewed by police in Bridgeport after officers responded to a 911 call reporting a fight. According to investigators, police approached a vehicle where Best was sitting and attempted to conduct a pat-down. At some point, he ran from officers, which started a foot race. Authorities say during that chase, Best pulled out what appeared to be a 9mm firearm. One officer fired 2 shots, hitting him once. The state inspector general later ruled the shooting legally justified, saying the officer believed Best was pointing a weapon toward him. But the part of the story that has people furious is what happened after the shooting. Let me see what y'all got to say. Oh, hey, Joker. Did you finally watch FBA Exodus, and should I continue? Let's see here now. As I said, Best was pointing to the state inspector general later ruled the shooting legally justified, saying the officer believed Best was pointing a weapon toward him. But the part of the story, Best survived the gunshot wound initially. He was alive and critically injured, suffering major internal damage to his liver and kidney. Emergency medical crews arrived on scene, but instead of immediately transporting Best to the first ambulance was redirected to treat one of the officers involved in the incident. Yes, I'm telling the truth. This is ridiculous. They need to sue this bitch. Oh my goodness. The officer reportedly had what was described as a mild anxiety attack. According to the ambulance report, police told paramedics to prioritize their colleague. The officer was taken to the hospital first. While in the ambulance, she reportedly said she was fine and simply wanted to leave the scene. Bitch! I did watch, and yes, you should do a few more to see what kind of responses you get. Okay. Should I keep that voice? This bitch right here. Meanwhile, Best waited for a second ambulance, which didn't arrive until several minutes later. By the time he reached the hospital, he was in critical condition and died about an hour later. Oh, that bitch. Now investigators say they cannot definitively prove the delay caused his death, but Best's family believes the delay cost him his life. His niece has publicly stated that they believe he might still be alive today if he had been transported immediately. Cases like this leave communities asking difficult questions about priorities, accountability, and how emergency care decisions are made in high-stress police situations. Because when someone is bleeding out on the pavement, every minute matters. And in this case, those minutes may have made all the difference. That is disgusting. I hope that bitch is karma is a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. That ain't even right. Now, here's something that I reported before, and for some reason, this heifer ain't learned her lesson. And once again, I don't love the voice, but I'm not great with cartoon voices. Go figure. I am a cartoon. Strange. But, let me see here now. It is a shame. It's disgusting, and this next story is just gonna make you want to hit your head. But you know what? Before I even do it, it's a fuck around and find out, because they fucking around and finding out. I don't understand why nobody has put this woman on a blacklist yet, but you're gonna understand when you see her. I've reported on her more than once. She has caused enough shit in Illinois. You will know who I'm talking about in just a moment. Give me just a moment. Oh, Lord, this bitch.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'ma lick my hands where I'm a wreck. I've been moving like a hot flex.
Oh, Lord, here we go again. Give me just a second. I hate doing this every fucking time. It's a struggle. I should have just figured it out. Every fucking time. Oh, Lord. And then your ass literally is sitting up here. Motherfucker. Alright, give me just a second. This is so irritating. I mean, it's working. I don't understand why it's not showing. That's my whole thing. Oh, it's in the wrong area. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's still fucking with me. Give me a second. There you go. Alright. There she is. If y'all don't remember this, half of you better. Oh boy. I don't know why she just doesn't stay away. Remember Tiffany Henyard, the former mayor of Dalton, Illinois, that I reported last year and the year before? The one critics nicknamed Super Mayor while investigations were swirling around her administration? Well, apparently she has decided she's not done with politics. Henyard has now moved to Georgia and announced plans to run for office again. This time for a seat on Fulton County Board of Commissioners. And here's the plot twist. She's running as a Republican, so she can steal more money, in my opinion. My opinion, bitches. Don't come get me. Yes, the same person who previously ran as a Democrat in Illinois is now trying a completely different political lane in a completely different state. Can you say crook? Can you say a thief? Motherfucker, this is proof not all skin folk are kinfolk, because this is nothing I'm representing at all. Oh, what an ass. She's calling this comeback attempt Project Phoenix, saying she wants to rebuild her public image after the controversies that ended her time in office. You have lost your mind. You have absolutely lost your mind, heifer. You know how many stories I had to report on her causing all kind of trauma in Illinois? Oh my gosh, she stole so much money. Now, for anyone who forgot those controversies, here's a reminder. During her time as mayor, Henyard faced allegations involving misuse of public funds, expensive trips, and investigation into how town money was being spent. At one point, reports suggested more than $1.9 million in questionable spendings. Residents in Dalton eventually voted her out of office. Now she says people in Georgia have encouraged her. Who the hell are they? They need to actually know who you are. Exactly. God dang it. They need to know you are hiding something from them, obviously, if they're telling you to run in Georgia. Have encouraged her to run, and that she brings to change in her new community. No, the community is probably fine. You just want chaos. That's what you want, asking for her ass to come back. But now everyone is convinced. Online reactions have been, let's just say, extremely skeptical. Some social media users are warning Georgia voters to look closely at her track record before supporting her campaign. I second that. I think you really should go do a background check before you support this lady. Others are questioning how someone facing that level of controversy, why isn't she in jail, is my question, in one state can simply move somewhere else and start fresh politically. The election for the Fulton County seat is scheduled for May 19th, and she'll face multiple Democratic candidates in the race. So Georgia voters will ultimately decide whether Project Phoenix, that's my goddamn soror name, why would you do that, actually rises from ashes or burns out before it even gets off the ground. Kill it, kill it. Where is it? Kill it with fire, goddamn it. Kill it. Your ass has no business being near any kind of fucking politics. Why aren't you in jail, heifer? Kill it with fire! Kill that goddamn campaign. Please, kill it. Kill the campaign. This heifer has no business running. She should be in jail. Why the hell ain't she in jail? Do a close look at anyone before you vote for anyone. Exactly. God dang it. I have it in archives. This heifer is no good. All you need to do is go to my channel and go back and look her ass up. God dang it. You ain't even got to go look in papers and shit. It's in there. Go look around 2024, 2025. This heifer should be in jail. But she got a very nice lace front going on, and what the hell? Must be good to be in politics. I should have been a lawyer. I really should have probably been a lawyer. This is ridiculous. Moving on. I'm name calling folks. Name calling the hell out of these dumbasses. Here's more MAGA leaders loudly opposing Drumpf. You shot your foot to slice your damn hand, didn't you? You dumbass. Here's the development of a lot of people watching closely. Some of the loudest voices who have supported Donald Drumpf are starting to turn against him. This is y'all fucking fault. I hope y'all all go to the war. Go to the war, god dang it. Y'all voted for his stupid ass. This is not my god dang I didn't vote for this shit, okay? I did not vote for this shit. I've never voted for this bullshit. I promise you I ain't never voted for this bullshit. Not once. Not once. Woo. And the criticism isn't coming from Democrats, it's coming from conservatives. Members of Congress, political commentators, podcasters, and even former allies have begun openly questioning his decisions on everything from government spending to foreign policy. Again, do your background check. Because had you done your background check, this motherfucker would have never got into fucking politics. And if you actually go back in history and look at all the motherfuckers that were celebrities and got into politics, you probably would remember not to do this shit. Reaganomics never fucking worked. You just got played in your face. This is ridiculous. I couldn't vote for Reagan. I wasn't even alive when the motherfucker won. Whew. Anyways, members of Congress, take Senator Rand Paul, for example. He voted against one of the administration's major spending bills, warned it could add $4 trillion to this national debt. Let's not forget, while I was in China, he added another big-ass mass to that debt. We ain't never gonna get over that shit. Representative Tom Massey has also clashed with Drumpf over spending and economic policy. Even the albino baboon, who has been one of his most loyal supporters, I don't care what y'all say, she looks like that damn onsen monkey. You know when you see a video of Japan and you see the monkeys in the onsen, that's what that heifer look like. Anyways, she is one of his most loyal supporters. You remember, bad built, bleach blonde, butch body. Has criticized the administration over several issues, including the handling of the Epstein files, and it doesn't stop there. Media figures who once championed Drumpf have started speaking out as well. Conservative commentator and basically bitch-ass Tucker Carlson has questioned the administration approach to international conflicts. Dude, you should have just stayed with that damn Schwan company. I mean, the food wasn't all that, but it was all right. Podcast Joe Rogan, who needs to go back to being a comedian because this shit ain't for him, has expressed regret about supporting Drumpf in the past. And tech billionaire Felon Muskrat, who should have never touched our fucking politics anyways, has taken public shots at some of the administration's policies while even floating the idea of launching a new political party. Sir, you're not even American. Why are you in our business, bitch? Go back to your home country. Now, in politics, criticism from opponents is normal. Criticism from your own supporters, that's where things start to get interesting. What you say, even Rogan turned on him, a supporter of the orange man. You say that's a man, I say that's an orangutan. That is a naked, ugly-ass orangutan. That is what that is. Because no human should have a body like that at all. Okay, so when internal cracks appear inside a political movement, it can signal deeper disagreement about where the movement is headed next. And with elections around the corner in America's politics, those fractures can matter a lot. My whole thing is they making all these seats for Republicans. What happens if everybody just votes for Democrats in those extra seats that you have made for Republicans? I'm curious. What happens? Somebody tell me what happens, because I've been wondering that for for the longest, because y'all ain't doing well. You fucking up the near population. And they're starting to fucking finally wake up since they can't eat or live properly anymore, okay? So my question is, what happens if all you motherfuckers that made these extra seats, what if they all vote for Democrat in those areas? I'm just saying. I'm wondering. That's all I'm saying. Moving on, because this bullshit does not get over. All right, this dude right here, I don't know where the hell he came from, but apparently he wants to apologize for confusion surrounding his Target fast and continued boycott from other leaders. Black women started this movement. Dude, I thought you started this. I could have sworn this dude had taken all of the credit for this shit. What the hell's going on? Now that people are confused and pissed off, oh, Lord have mercy. People are people in today. Now let's talk about a situation that had a lot of people confused earlier this week. I still don't go to fucking Target anyways. They don't have nothing I want, and the shit is actually kind of expensive right now. Pastor Jamal Bryant recently announced that he was ending something he called the Target fast. Many people immediately assumed that he meant the national boycott of Target was over. Well, it turns out that wasn't the case. After backlash from activists and community leaders, Bryant clarified that he does not control the boycott and never intended to declare it finished. Then what the hell did you say? Because now I'm confused again. During his podcast, Let's Be Clear, he apologized and acknowledged that he misunderstood what many people in the community wanted. He also made a point to recognize that the boycott itself was largely organized and led by Black women activists, including figures like Nina Turner, Tamika Mallory, and Dr. Nikema Levy Armstrong. I have not heard of any of these people until recently. All I heard about was you, sir. Oh, Lord. Those organizers quickly stepped in to clear things up. They said very clearly the boycott is still ongoing. The movement began after backlash against Target for scaling back certain diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Organizers say they plan to continue pressuring the company until specific demands are met, or that motherfucker is probably bankrupt, because that's what it looks like these bastards are gonna do. They going down with the plane, apparently. Let's see here now. In fact, the boycott has already had a noticeable financial impact. Some estimates suggest Target lost billions in market value during the controversy, although analysts debate exactly how much of that drop can be attributed to the boycott itself. Me, myself, I've been buying more stuff off of Etsy recently. It's not easy. Shit. I have not, but I can safely say I have not gone to Walmart for quite a bit. Regardless, organizers say the movement is about more than one company. They believe it sends a message to corporations that consumers can hold businesses accountable when communities feel disrespected. Apparently, they want to go after CVS. I don't know what to say, because that's the only damn pharmacist near me, and I don't know how that's going to work for me. And plus, they give me $5 a month. I don't know why they give me $5 a month, but I like the $5. So I heard someone, I was going to do that story, but then I can't, because that would be a conflict of my interest, because that's my only damn pharmacy right now. Shit. If I could get to a Walgreens, then we could talk. Anyways, judging by how quickly the situation blew up, it's clear one thing is certain. When it comes to where people spend their money, folks are paying attention more than ever. You need to, because look what the hell all these rich, greedy ass motherfuckers have been doing. I just don't understand that. And just so y'all have some more I told you so moments, check this next fucking story out. Look what you dumbasses done did to us. You dumb motherfuckers. Let me bring that up so y'all can see it, damn it. This is what y'all did to us, our future, our children, your children. EPA and Drumpf administration moved to weaken air pollution limits on cancer-causing chemicals many Black and brown people have been exposed to. So we've already been exposed to it. Guess who's next? You dumb bastards. But no, y'all, I still can't get it through my head. I think I'm still fighting with the whole concept that you jackasses actually voted this motherfucker back in. Let me fix this, because I need y'all to see the whole fucking page. And this is annoying. Give me just a minute so I can move that bitch. Am I in the right one? because it's very annoying. I just really want to move this window here. Let me see. Is this it? I'm looking for a red fucking thing, dude. Which one is it? It's right here. I know it's right here. Let me move that bitch. I really want to move it. That's very annoying. Anyways, I told you what it's about. Let's talk about it. Now it's we are going to talk about America's favorite traditions, telling black and brown communities to just breathe through the poison and be grateful somebody still has a job. The Environmental Protection Agency is reportedly planning to roll back a Biden-era finding that recognized extremely high cancer risk around facilities using ethylene oxide. That chemical is used to sterilize medical equipment like catheters, pacemakers, and syringes. So yes, it does serve a real purpose, but it's not. Let's not act like that means that people living near these plants are supposed to quietly inhale carcinogens and call it patriotism. Because here's the ugly part. Facilities using ethylene oxide have often been placed near black and brown neighborhoods, meaning the people carrying the greatest cancer risk are the same communities this country loves to sacrifice first and apologize to never. Long-term exposure to ethylene oxide has been linked to leukemia as well as increased risk for breast cancer and lymphoma. The danger is especially serious for people who work at sterilized plants or live close to them. And we have already seen this play out. In Chicago, Sterigenics shut down a plant after dangerous emissions were found in nearby neighborhoods and lawsuits followed. So this is not some made-up activist fairy tale. This is documented harm. Under the Biden administration, EPA rules issued in 2024 were designed to cut emissions from these facilities by nearly 90%. The rule also required companies to actually test the air and make sure pollution controls were working. You know, basic stuff like if you're releasing a chemical tied to cancer, maybe the public should know whether the filter is doing its damn job. Also, let's talk about the fact that your companies are just creating more fucking revenue for you because people are going to need more of that shit that you are causing them to need. They only do this in the... Exactly. Shit, why do you think Louisiana? Shit, I watched. We had 3 fucking... When we moved down there, I was like 13. There was like 3 plants. Now there's about 15 of them bitches with more to come. We're about to have another fucking cancer alley. Shit. In my opinion, before TikTok fucks with me again. The rule also required companies to actually test the air and basically. Now the justification for weakening the rule is that stricter standards could threaten the domestic supply chain or for sterilized medical equipment. EPA head Lee Zedlin says the goal is to protect public health while keeping life-saving devices available. Bitch! Woo! Whew.
Wait, what?
This is some stupid ass shit. He basically said, fuck the black and brown communities. This is for the people who are sick, which is actually what we're making, more motherfucking sick people, which is keeping the cycle going. I see what you're doing there. Anyways, this sounds nice on paper. Everything sounds nice on paper. Hell, poison sounds responsible when a press release writes it. But public health advocates are not buying it. The American Lung Association says any weakening of the current protections is unacceptable, and they argue the science is already clear. Exposure is dangerous, period. So what I'm hearing is all of these goddamn rich motherfuckers are getting ready to basically gut this planet and go to another fucking planet and basically make this a slave planet. Fuck y'all. My child will not live in this. Oh, Lord. And they say weakening it, and they argue the science is already clear. Exposure is dangerous, period. So now the question becomes the same one it always is in this country. Whose life gets counted as essential? Because apparently pacemakers matter, but the black family living down the street from the sterilization plant is still expected to just roll the dice with cancer and hush. That part. Bitch, they really don't give a fuck about us. I'm serious. Now, moving on, because life is life, and I can't believe these motherfuckers did this to us. So, first 6 days of the war in Iran or Iran, and I found out that word is not Reuters, it's Reuters. I was all the way off. Reuters. Anyways, first 6 days of war on Iran cost U.S. $11.3 billion. Pentagon says, but we can't afford Snap, right? Let's not forget this bastard was eating fucking steaks and lobster and having the best furniture where you don't need one. And why do you have to have a dressing room, bitch? You're not that handsome. I don't give a fuck what the world says. You are not handsome. We had one of the Monsanto plants near us. They had to pay out for their drift. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's talk about it. Here comes another story that would be funny if it weren't so damn insulting. According to reports, the first 6 days of the U.S. war on Iran cost taxpayers more than $11 billion, even though we don't want this bitch. That is billion with a B, a big B. And that number reportedly does not include all the buildup costs from before the first strikes, which means the real tag is likely even higher. But hey, these rich motherfuckers don't seem to understand. When we run out of money, they run out of fucking money because we won't have no more to give your stupid asses. Let me get this straight. This country is always broke when it comes to food assistance, healthcare, education, and housing. Every time regular people need help, suddenly the government starts acting like somebody lost the last $20 in the sofa cushions. Now it lectures about fiscal responsibility, hard choices, and tight budgets. But the second war gets on the menu, which we did not agree for or ask for, oh, now the wallet opens like it's tax refund season at Magic City. Bitch! Reports say defense officials privately told lawmakers this military operation burned through billions almost immediately. Earlier coverage suggested that the military used $5.6 billion in munition in just the first 2 days. I hope y'all all run out of fucking money. I hope y'all all fucking running out of money because we didn't ask for this fucking war. We don't want this war. It's an illegal fucking war. Okay? Y'all just wanted to fuck with a country that had some fucking standing, and now you're getting your ass whooped. This is what you always do. If y'all minded your fucking business and let other fucking countries be, we would really have world peace. It's all this fucking country's fault, the fucking Western countries. Damn, y'all get on my damn nerves. And Israel. Shit. I don't even think those are the real fucking Hebrews. Anyways, earlier coverage, that is astonishing rate of spending. And again, while people here are being told SNAP cuts are somehow necessary and healthcare subsidies are too expensive, there are also disturbing reports tied to the human cost of this war. One preliminary investigation reportedly found that the U.S. may have been responsible. What the hell you mean may? It is responsible for a missile strike on an Iranian elementary school because the jackasses were complacent and didn't check what was there recently. Dumbasses. Complacency? Unaliving large numbers of civilians, including children. If that report holds up, then once again, we are looking at a horrific reality of war. The people with the least power paying the highest price. The first fucking excuse was you was doing it for the people, but you're taking the people out. Make it make sense, bitch. Make it make sense. And still, the administration's public posture has been aggressive. The message has basically been, we are continuing until military objectives are met, no matter the cost. Well, the cost is not abstract. The cost is human lives, rising gas prices. I was going to take a trip to Boston for my birthday to see my mom's old friends, but now I'm scared. And my birthday is what? The week after this one. Damn it. Anyways, fuckers. The pressure on mortgage rates is going up, the billions being poured into destruction while people back home are told to survive on vibes, coupons, and prayer. These motherfuckers right here, we need to overturn this fucking government. They don't give a fuck about the people. They really don't. They done lynch lock this bitch, and this is just the fucking autocracy that we do not need. And that's why stories like this anger people, because Americans are constantly told there's no money for dignity, no money for food, no money for medicine, no money for schools. But there's always, always, always money to blow up something. Funny how that works. You bitches get on my motherfucking nerves. Oh, Lord. Moving on. because I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. This one is weird. This one is weird. Apparently, it's a roast. I don't know. It's maybe funny. I'm not sure, but I forgot and I said fuck it. So I just kept going with it. There it is. It's coming. It's coming. I hope so. Because I mean, I'm seriously tired of these bastards. This shit don't make no sense. Snap on Sneed. Rookie news anchor's Memphis roast goes viral. Rob Sneed, the newly appointed anchor at Fox 13 Memphis, received a warm welcome from his community. A heartfelt social media roast. Man, you got dragged as nice. I don't want to be in your neighborhood. I know it's all heart, but damn. Anyways, let's see what it goes. This one is a lighter story because Lord knows we need a break because the next headline makes somebody throw their phone. A journalist named Rob Sneed has been announced as a new anchor at Fox 13 Memphis. And instead of just a nice, polite congratulations, the internet decided to welcome that man with a full-on social media roast. God dang. Honestly, very on brand. Sneed announced that he would officially start on March 22nd, working as a reporter during the week and anchoring weekend nights. He also opened up his DMs for story tips and even gave a sweet shout out to his grandma, saying something like, "Hey grandma, I'm on TV." Baby Memphis said congratulations and also let me cook. His Facebook took off and the comments turned into a roast session so funny it became a whole story by itself. Poor baby. People were in there comparing him to everybody from assistant principal to a sophisticated meerkat. God dang. To a man dressed like MLK's church baby in Easter suits. Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. Somebody even threw in Kawhi Leonard for, I gotta go look this one up, good measure. And to his credit, Rob did the smart thing. He laughed. That is exactly what saved him from turning awkward. He jumped in the comments and joked back, showed that he had the kind of personality Memphis can work with. Because if you know anything about, give me a second here. So if you know anything about black communities, especially in the South, roasting is basically a cultural language, ain't it? The motherfuckers do not lay off. If folks clown you and still claim you, that can actually be love. Very disrespectful kind of love, but love nonetheless. Very much. Yes, they are. God dang. That man got told he was a sophisticated meerkat. Damn. How do you come? Wow, a sophisticated meerkat. What the hell? Okay. And that is the part why this story took off. It's because people being mean. It wasn't because people being mean. It was Memphis doing what Memphis does. Checking your confidence at the door and seeing whether you can hang. Exactly. Damn. Apparently Rob can. So now a lot of people are actually looking forward to his debut. I am too. Is he going to be on Meerkat Manor now? Not just because he's new anchor, but because he survived the public hazing ritual with dignity mostly intact. And frankly, if you can survive black Facebook jokes before your first weekend on air, you might actually be built for the job. God bless him and his mentions. Woo, Lord, a goddamn sophisticated meerkat. Woo. Moving on. Because I don't know what to tell you, damn it. He is crying in the car. He is crying in the car. Damn. Why you gotta say it like that? That's so fucked up. I think that's it for playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. Why you gotta say that boy is crying in his car? Damn. I honestly would have just went mute. I would have been mute. Nobody would have known. I wouldn't have told nobody. Shit. Only my family would have heard, cause fuck that shit. Not in this area. Shit. Not in this climate. Cause you know right now we all mean, cause the life is mean at this point. All right, we're gonna switch on to history, but first, you know how I'm gonna do it. I'm about to go ahead and call out, not call out, but shout out this black-owned company. If you like lip gloss and you like, CBD, I like CBD. If you like CBD and your lip gloss, check this company out. I'm broke. I'd buy from her, but I'm broke. You can also find her on Twitch, Instagram, and Threads. CBD Honey Lips. Check it out.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Go for hours and some hours pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
I ain't even gonna hold on. I ain't even gonna lie. I still need somebody. I miss my friends. I need somebody who's into computers near me who can help me figure out how to fix this shit. I done took a lot of programs out of this computer, but damn it, my RAM is still suffering. I wish I knew how to add RAM to this bitch. Anyways, let's continue. My father fought a. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give its due respect so y'all know what this is about. This is an educational moment. Give me a second here. It's an educational moment. There we go. Where's my educational moment? I just saw it. Don't you see something so bad you actually see it, but it ain't there? That's the fucked up shit. There you go.
Yo, it's so many, hey, it's so many, yo, it's so many, yo, it's so many lies. Look in my eyes, they know I'm the truth. Knocking them down every time I step in the booth. We ain't gotta lie, they know we the vibe, we living in proof. It's young conscious, shoot my life a movie, I live in a spoof. Ain't no sticking around, I'm on the move, I'm checking the dudes. Yeah, it's only us two, so you know we copping that coupe. We on the roof, smoking dope, look at the view. Yeah, we used to chill on the stoop, now we out here breaking the news. It ain't shit.
Okay, now let me try that properly. So my father fought a mob during Axe Handle Saturday in 1960. I learned about it at 42. This is opinion, but it's some history that we didn't know. This is heavy, but it's also important because it reminds us how much Black history was deliberately buried in this country. Hold on. I was holding that in. A writer named Arnetta C. Girardot. This is French, so it's a E, a A, and a U, which still doesn't phonetically mean what it's supposed to mean, but it's a O. Says she did not fully learn about her father's role in Axe Handle Saturday until she was 42 years old. Let that sink in. A grown woman, highly educated, raised by this man, and still only later discovering her father stood in the middle of one of the most vicious racist attacks in Jacksonville, Florida. There goes another reason why I don't like Florida. We just need to take that damn cancerous peen, cut it off, and just let it float in the water. Float away. Bye-bye. Matter of fact, how about we put all MAGA on that peen, all the fucking billionaires on that peen, and move it off? I bet you all the countries will attack that bitch so quick. Anyways, back to this. Axe Handle Saturday happened about on August 27, 1960, when around 200 white men attacked nonviolent Black teenagers who were protesting segregation at downtown lunch counters. They used axe handles and other weapons. Police largely failed to intervene, and the event was so aggressively suppressed in local white media that for years many people barely knew it happened at all. Well, I'm putting it in the ether. This is how white supremacy works when it puts on a suit. It does not just commit violence, it erases the record, rewrites the memory, and then gaslights the next generation. Arnetta's father, Dr. Arnett Elias Girardot Sr. Man, y'all named that child after the goddamn father? Woo, Lord, y'all lazy. Or you really wanted to honor him, one or the other, was one of the adults working with the students. He had come home from Howard Dental School during the period of civil rights unrest and chose to support local Black youth who were organizing nonviolent protests against segregation. He later became a major political figure in Florida, serving in both the state house and Senate, helping shape Black political representation and becoming one of the most powerful Black politicians in the state. But before all of that, he was out there with the young people when they were attacked. And what hit me most in this story is the silence. His daughter says he never fully sat down and told her the whole thing. He gave her clues. He had her attend memorials. He passed her thesis on the event. But the full truth, that came in pieces. And that says something too. A lot of our elders were not just carrying history, they were carrying trauma. They were trying to protect their children from the weight of what they had seen, survived, and swallowed. This story matters because Axe Handle Saturday should be common knowledge. It should be taught. It should be remembered. It should never have been hidden in the first place. I'm telling y'all, this is some ignorant ass shit. I never heard of that. I never heard of Axe Handle Saturday. Who has? Have y'all? Because the same country that loves watered down civil rights quotes gets very nervous when you tell the actual story. The part with blood, terror, and police standing by while Black children got hunted in broad daylight. This is history. That history is not distant. That history is blueprint. My mother was a child at that time. God dang it. This is ridiculous. We're gonna move on into some more history. This woman right here, god dang, God loves her. That's all I'm gonna say. You know who the hell this is. That was that attitude from the Jeffersons. God dang, damn, she had an attitude. And she was the mama from 227, which I thought the place was No Place Like Home. I thought that was the name of the show. I really did. They didn't hear about it. I have, but you're still educating me. I'm glad I can help y'all then. Let's talk about what Marla Gibbs has to say. More Black leaders, celebs share life-changing lessons. Now let's do something different. Let's do some affirming, because Black people deserve more than trauma headlines and death statistics. Sometimes we need to hear our own wisdom spoken back to us too. There's an ongoing series called 100 Lessons for Black People, tied to the centennial of Black History Month, and it gathers reflections from Black leaders, creatives, officials, and artists about the lessons that have guided them. And honestly, this kind of piece matters because Black history is not just what was done to us. It was what we built, what we carried, what we survived, and what we still teach, even when the country keeps trying to misplace the damn lesson plan. The advice in this series comes from people across different fields, but the themes stay familiar in the best way: faith, discipline, community, endurance, and self-definition. Marla Gibbs talked about unity and refusing to let Blackness be treated like a limitation on your dreams. Look, I've already said it. I'm a Black supremacist. I ain't gonna try and harm no other race, but damn it if you don't tell me Black is the best to me. We on the top. And that's what a Black supremacist is. We talking about we the top, okay? I think we are superior. Thank you. Anyways, let's keep going. And honestly, this kind of piece matters because Black history is okay. So, here we go. Angela Bassett kept it simple and powerful. Never give up. Janelle James emphasized that community matters more than individualism, which is true, because half of the time people act like they got somewhere alone when really it was aunties, cousins, teachers, church ladies, and one tired Black woman at a front desk who made sure they got through the damn door. God dang it, I wish I could find them. I be trying to do this all the time. I love to network. That's how I've made my life so far, networking through people. Tell me what you know. I'm going to try that. I'm going to tell somebody else about that. So, Andrea Campbell, the Massachusetts Attorney General, spoke about turning pain into purpose. Stacey Abrams talked about setting our standards rather than accepting limiting ones. Jennifer Hudson reminded people to honor the history we are making right now, not just the history already stamped in textbooks. And one of the strongest themes running through all of it is that Black people do not need permission to matter. Yeah, we are, god dang it. And I still want to know, has anybody heard about the Ethiopian Bible? I need to get a hold of that. I know ignorance is bliss, but damn it, I need to know more. I need to do this properly. I do not like doing the wrong thing when it comes to the Most High. So let me keep going. We do not need to be invited to every table. Sometimes that table is shaky, ugly, and built by fools anyways, like this administration. Sometimes the assignment is to build our own room, bring our own people, and lock the door behind the nonsense. Come on, y'all. This year's assignment is gatekeeping. Just letting y'all know. If you didn't get the memo, gatekeeping is the assignment. Because too many motherfuckers been at the damn cookout and don't know what the fuck they looking at. The spirit came through the lesson from Beatrice Dixon, who said there is no table to be invited to in the first place. That room and access are often sustained by people who want us begging. That right there, whew, because the deeper lesson is all of this is that Black history is not over. It did not stop with the names people always recycle every February. It is happening now in courtrooms, classrooms, studios, churches, city offices, small businesses, and regular homes where Black people are still making a way out of no way. I know I'm doing it. All I've been doing is that. All right, keeping it moving. And this is worth honoring too. All of that is worth honoring too, because damn it if we don't make a way out of no way. Damn it, I was homeless without a job and nothing to my name and 2 damn badass kittens. But gosh darn it, I'm back in school working on my master's, holding a 3.776 GPA. Should be, hopefully, God willing, graduating February 2026. Y'all please pray for me. Moving on, because we still got the history going. Let me see here now. Let me move this down. Here's my flowers. I want to do my flowers. There we go. All right, y'all. Black women making history so far in 2026. It's no joke. We're still making goddamn history. I wasn't making jokes. Let's take a moment to do something this country rarely does properly. Give Black women their damn flowers without waiting until they're exhausted, disrespected, or dead. I'm exhausted, me. Because in 2026, Black women are continuing to make major moves across politics, sports, entertainment, media, and business. And they are doing what they have always done in America, carrying excellence on their back while folks act surprised every single time. In entertainment, Megan Thee Stallion is set to become the first female identifying performer to play Harold Zidler in Moulin Rouge, the musical on Broadway. That is not just a casting note, that is a cultural moment. Megan has already dominated music, branding, and pop culture, and now she's stepping into Broadway history too. Apparently she's doing an anime, but I really hope that it's not about twerking. I'm just going to see what it is. The people that made the Boondocks are working with her. I just not Aaron Magruder. I just don't know, because I saw a Big Booty doing like a move and I was not happy, but they said that was something else. So I'm going to see what the real thing is when it comes out. Then you got Autumn Durald Arkapaw, who made Academy Award history as the first Black woman nominated for the best cinematography for her work on Sinners. Oh yes. And if you know anything about Hollywood, you know cinematography has long been one of the categories where gatekeepers act like Black people just magically don't know where cameras go. So that nomination matters. I actually had to learn cinematography as a cartoonist. Amazing. I fucked up. I forgot what a rack shot was, so I went ahead and drew some titties. Oh my, she was also in the She-Hulk series. Cool. Let's continue. Also tied to Sinners, legendary costume designer Ruth E. Carter became the most nominated Black woman in Academy Awards history. With her 5th career nomination, Ruth has been shaping Black cinematic visual language for decades, and the Academy finally has no choice but to keep saying her name. In sports, the list keeps going. Trinity Rodman reportedly became the highest paid women's soccer player in the world, which I reported. I'm shocked she's his daughter, though, which is what happens when talent and marketability stop pretending they're not worth the money. Morgan Price made Arkansas gymnastic history with the school's first perfect 10 on vault. Layla Edwards broke barriers in hockey. Erin Jackson made history as a Team USA flag bearer. Jasmine Akey and Dawn Thornton also added major firsts to the list in soccer and college basketball. Congratulations, queens. And in media, Maria Taylor, became the first Black woman to host an official Super Bowl pregame show and present the Vince Lombardi Trophy. What the hell is that? I don't watch sports. I just want the food. So let this story be a reminder. Black women are not emerging. They are finally arriving. They have been leading, building, and innovating. America just has selective eyesight. And while this country stays busy undervaluing Black women stay busy making history anyways, as usual. If I got to, I'm going to homeschool. Fuck that shit. And like I said, my mom and me, we trying to get a multi-family home, rent out another home. That's goddamn Black wealth. Gosh darn you, we trying to build something. Moving on, because we still want to keep those flowers going and we still talking about Black history. Let me do that flowers one more time, okay, y'all? I like it. So check this out. Do it again, please. There we go. All right, we're talking about civil rights, because guess what, y'all? We're at that age where we need to be the forefront because our ancestors are falling every fucking day, sadly. As the old guard of civil rights finish their march, ours must continue. I'm doing the best I can right now because, like I said, I'm resting. They want Black bodies out there, and I'll be damned if I'll be one of them. This next story is beautiful, heartbreaking, and necessary. Thousands recently gathered in Alabama for the annual Selma Bridge Crossing Jubilee, retracing the path across the Edmund Pettus Bridge where civil rights marchers were brutally attacked for demanding something basic that America loves to brag about, but has always tried to ration for Black people: the right to vote. This year's Jubilee was also a time of mourning because the movement recently lost several major figures: Bernard Lafayette Jr., Linda Blackman Lowry, that's a long name, and Joanne Bland. And these were not just names attached to history books. These were actual foot soldiers, real people who organized, marched, bled, taught, and spent their lives making sure the rest of us would know what happened in Selma and why it still matters. Bernard Lafayette Jr. was one of the youngest leaders in the SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. He helped organize in Selma when that work was dangerous and deeply unpopular in the white power circles. He was part of the discipline strategy that helped produce the marches that pushed the country toward Voting Act rights of 1965. He spent the rest of his life teaching nonviolence not as cute slogans, but as a serious method of confronting injustice. Then there was Linda Blackman Lowry and her sister Joanne Bland, who joined joined the movement as children after losing their mothers due to segregated medical neglect. The pain shaped them early, and by the time Bloody Sunday came in 1965, they were already in the fight. Linda was only 14 when she was beaten on that bridge and needed 35 stitches. Joanne was even younger and became the youngest known marcher to cross the bridge on Bloody Sunday. God dang, and they're gone. They are gone. Think about that. Children were out there risking their lives for democracy, while grown white officials were out there risking democracy to protect segregation. This is making me cry, man. And what stands out most is this story is the reminder that the movement was never just about the biggest names. It was built by what organizers call foot soldiers: teachers, students, parents, preachers, workers, young people, regular folks who kept showing up. That part matters now because too many people think change is something done by celebrities, politicians, or viral tweets. No change is built by ordinary people doing courageous things over and over again. As Joanne Bland said, everybody has a piece of the puzzle, and if you don't bring your piece, the picture stays incomplete. That's deep as hell. All right, y'all, we're still on the history tip, so let's continue on. Let's talk about the you know this the Oscars' biggest Black history moments over the years. Um, let's talk about the Oscars and Black history because every time Black folks break through in Hollywood, the Academy likes to act like they just discovered our talent 5 minutes ago. Whew. Baby, please. Black excellence at the Oscars has a long history, but it has never been a smooth one. Back in the 1940s, Hattie McDaniel became the first Black person to win an Oscar for Gone with the Wind. Historic, yes, but also humiliating because she had to accept that award in a segregated hotel, and her role wasn't all that great. So right there at the beginning, you already see America's favorite nonsense. Here's your trophy, but don't get too comfortable. Then came Dorothy Dandridge, who became the first Black woman nominated for Best Actress in 1954. Sidney Poitier became the first Black man to win Best Actor in 1963. Isaac Hayes broke through in music. Louis Gossett Jr., Whoopi Goldberg, Halle Berry, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Hudson, Lupita Nyong'o, Regina King, oh my God, Mahershala Ali, Ruth Carter, and so many others helped carve out space in a system that was never built with us in mind. Ain't that the goddamn truth? I'm so sick of these bastards. I swear to God, segregation might not have been that bad. Ooh, if we could have gone back. If we just could have gone back. And with that and even with all that, the gaps have been ridiculous. I'm saying equal but segregated. Whew. Halle Berry remains the only Black woman to win Best Actress. Let that marinate for a second. Decades of performance, generations of talent, and only one Black woman, she's half Black at that, has taken that prize. That is not a talent problem. That is an Academy problem. We've also seen major milestones outside acting. John Singleton became the first Black person nominated for Best Director. Jeffrey Fletcher became the first Black writer to win Best Adapted Screenplay. Steve McQueen became the first Black producer behind a Best Picture winner with 12 Years a Slave. I never watched that. I watched Malcolm X and I didn't see any awards there. And Moonlight, winning Best Picture in 2017, gave us one of the most iconic correction moments in Oscar history. Because even when Black art wins, somehow the Academy still manages to look confused. Now heading into the 2026 Oscars, films like Sinners are already generating major Black history moments through nominations in cinematography, costume design, and documentary. So the real story here is not the Black people are finally talented enough for the Oscars. The real story is that Black people have always been brilliant. An institution has been spent decades being dragged, pressured, and embarrassed into acknowledging it. That's a different headline altogether. All right, y'all. That's it for your history taste, your little educational taste. Now we're gonna move on into education. It seems like AI seems to be all over the place, so we're continuing that. Just give me a second to find the right transition because I want to bring y'all into that. I'm not sure if we have any business, but check this out. All right, so the real reason Black students are turning to AI. It's not about cheating, y'all. Now, this is very important, especially for education, technology, and anybody pretending all students are starting from the same line. Schools across the country are still trying to figure out what to do with artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT. Teachers are using AI to build lesson plans, create create assignments, and save time. Students are using it to study, review materials, and draft work. I know I am. And of course, the panic crowd keeps yelling that AI is ruining learning, destroying critical thinking, and turning every child into a lazy robot with Wi Fi. But this article makes a point that needs to be said clearly. A lot of black students and educators are not using AI to cut corners. They're using it to make up for an education system that has been underfunding and underserving them for years. That is a huge difference. I'm using it to help teach me this shit because, I mean, this is I'm on whatever it is, self-paced, that it is. Self-paced, and I don't get that extra notes and all that shit. I gotta read everything, take the notes and shit. I need summarization to some of this shit because you have not seen the list of reading they be giving us. In many predominantly black schools, teachers are stretched thin. They're dealing with overcrowded classrooms, limited support, not enough planning time, too many responsibilities, and often very little mentorship. And overseas, it's even worse. They have to do house checks and shit. And often very little mentorship, especially for newer teachers. Some are expected to build curriculum from scratch while also managing discipline, communicating with parents, tracking standards, and trying to not burn out by Thursday. They had me doing that shit in China. That is not a personal failure. That is a structural failure. And the students feel it too. After COVID, chronic absenteeism surged, especially among black students. Many kids miss instructions, come back behind, and are expected to somehow catch up in the classroom already moving forward. If their family can't afford private tutoring, if internet access is shaky, if devices are inconsistent, if the teacher is already overwhelmed, then a free AI tool starts looking less like cheating and more like the only tutor around at 10:30 at night. That is so sad. Now let's be clear. AI is not the answer to educational inequity. It cannot replace fair funding, smaller class sizes, experienced teachers, better curriculum support, and real investment. But until those things show up, people need to stop blaming black students for trying to get help wherever help is available. Shit, it's my teacher. Shit, it summarizes and breaks it down, real examples. I write that shit in my notebook, read it over. Oh, now I understand what you mean. Yeah, so because if the system leaves you undersupported, then judges you for adapting. The problem is not adaptation. The problem is the damn system. That's what it is. Now, that's it for education. I told you it's a short night because it's Sunday, and I only had 2 days between, and apparently we were lucky not to have clusterfucks like the last few. Let's have some good news. So we're going to check the good news area. We seriously need this because I'm so sick and tired of people doing research on reparations. Reverend Robert Turner takes reparations fight nationwide after years-long protests. How come everybody else got reparations but us? You dirty bastards. We don't want shit but what we are owed. Now this deserves respect. For 40 straight months, Reverend Robert Turner walked nearly 43 miles from Baltimore to the White House to demand reparations for Black Americans. Not once, not twice, 40 months. Rain, sleet, snow, heat, body pain, no sponsors, no security, no fancy production team, no check, no celebrity photo op, just a black pastor putting his feet on pavement and saying this country still owes a debt. Yes, it does. And honestly, in a nation, if you give all of us a fucking house, I think we'd be happy. What happened? And without decades of research. Yes, it's always research. What more do you need to research? Motherfucker. Anyways. And honestly, in a nation that keeps telling black people to move on from slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, mass incarceration, and every other system built to choke us slowly, there is something deeply powerful about a man walking a mile after mile to remind America that unpaid harm does not magically expire. Turner said he was inspired by faith, and by the memory of African Americans who gave everything to this nation with their labor, their bodies, their minds, and still never received repair. Some of his walks include a stop at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, where he laid wreaths to honor those whose suffering built this country's wealth. Now, physically, these walks took a toll. He talked about pain in his knees, feet, and back. His face slurred. Drivers splashed him. He was even struck by vehicles, and still he kept going. What's wild is that he also received support from people you might not expect, including strangers, white allies, unhoused people, and everyday folks who saw what he was doing and understood the moral weight of it. Turner is pushing for the support of H.R. 40, the bill that would create a federal commission to study slavery and its lasting effects and recommend remedies. And his point is simple. This country has studied everything under the sun, but somehow still acts like studying reparations is too much to ask. Do you know how much they need? Whew. Man, I want a house. Give me some wealth, motherfucker. Give me land. I don't even need 40 acres, bitch. Give me 1 fucking acre. Shit. Motherfucker. We got commissions for all kinds of things, but America's original sin keeps the let's circle back treatment. Now Turner says the monthly walks are ending, but the movement is not. He plans to continue the DC walk annually and eventually expand to every state capital in the nation. That's real commitment. I would join you. If you come up here, I would join you. Jesus. Now that's real commitment. And it also is a reminder that reparation is not some fringe fantasy. It is a justice issue, a historical issue, a moral issue. And for Reverend Turner, every step was a sermon. Good Lord, sir, you are doing it. And he don't look that old. So yeah, he's got some years in him still. So that's great. Let's move on to the next good news. This one right here. I'm not really into skating. I used to want to be a skater, but when it went to fucking rollerblading, I was done. I'm like, fuck it, I can't do it. So that's that. And plus, I really didn't like scabby knees. Anyways, moving on with this one. Professional skater Tyshawn Jones reveals how his mom influenced to become his mom's influence to become the first paid skater by Supreme. I don't know what the hell Supreme is, but good for you. Now, this is a reminder that sometimes the first real manager in a child's life is not an agent, a lawyer, or a brand consultant. It's mama. My mother was my first manager. I was a child model, but then she pulled me out that shit because apparently it was getting to my head. Pro skateboarder Tyshawn Jones says he became Supreme's first officially paid skater when he was just a kid. But according to him, that original deal was not exactly raining riches. He says Supreme was paying him $500 a month, which comes out to about $6,000 a year. And at that age, he was just happy to be there, skating, building his name, and trying to prove himself. But his mother looked at the setup and essentially said, "Oh no, baby, they are not about to build an empire off my son for lunch money." Ooh, so good. Girl, I hope so. Let's see. According to Jones, his mother researched Supreme's value at the time and found it was worth tens of millions of dollars. Once she saw that, she made it clear she believed her son was being underpaid. And honestly, bless Black mothers, because sometimes they are the only people in the room who can smell exploitation before the paperwork even dries. Jones says he eventually used an offer from another brand as leverage to ask Supreme for more money. Oh, that group. I think they're popular in China. That conversation reportedly changed everything. It's a clothing line, I believe, leading to long-term relationships with the company that lasted more than a decade. During that time, Tyshawn became one of skateboarding's biggest stars and helped push skate culture deeper into fashion and luxury spaces. But now that relationship has completely fallen apart. Jones filed a $26 million lawsuit against Supreme in 2025, claiming wrongful termination and defamation. According to the court filings, he has been earning around $1 million a year under an exclusivity agreement that required him to wear Supreme basically from head to toe. And yes, apparently even the underwear had a dress code. That's disgusting. That is not sponsorship. That is fashion probation. The company reportedly cut ties with him in 2024 after his appearance in a Marc Jacob campaign, saying it breached his contract. But Jones argues that the situation is bigger than that. He says the brand damaged his reputation and also fired him just before a certain stock option would have vested around the time of the company's sale. You dirty bastards. I don't understand why people are so fucking greedy. I don't. So now the case is about more than hurt feelings. It's about money, reputation, ownership, and whether a black creative talent who helped elevate a brand got cut loose the second it became too expensive to keep him whole. And once again, Mama may have seen the game coming before anybody else did. This woman is amazing. And that's it for good news because, you know, his mom basically was running game and he should have basically, you know, kept her with him. I don't know what happened with that, but, you know, she's always had his back. I'm sorry, it's not really good news, but I hope he wins. That will be good news. The fact that he knows his worth is good news. I'm trying, okay? All right, now we're going to get into celebrity news. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit you with my commercial if you like what I'm doing. If you don't like what I'm doing, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what I should do or what I could do. Just don't get ignorant, okay? Please like, subscribe. What is it? Like, subscribe, share, please. Get my word out. Here's my commercial.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little taste, say that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's gonna play hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house.
Now, see, I restarted my computer last night. I don't know what the fuck is going on now. Anyways, apparently Keke Palmer shuts down onstage proposal at SXSW with signature grace. I'm so sorry. I don't know you. That is terrifying as well. Good grief. So, Keke Palmer, who once again proved that she can handle weirdness, danger, and public nonsense with more grace than most people could manage on a full caffeinated day, while speaking at an event tied to her podcast at South by Southwest. So that's what that is. I didn't know what the hell that was. I still don't really know it. I hear about it, but I still don't really know it. Keke was interrupted by a man who walked up, dropped to one knee, and proposed marriage to her in the middle of the conversation. Because apparently some men think public event means open casting for call for delusion. Good job, sir. Keke's response was immediate, calm, and completely on point. She told him, I can't marry you. I don't know you. That was it. Clear boundary, no theatrics, no panic, no fake politeness that invited more nonsense. Just a firm human response that said, sir, absolutely not. And also, please get up. Yeah, I probably would have been like, hi, what's your name? No, but hi. Let's be friends first. What's your name? Jackass. Anyways, but what could have been written off as awkward quickly started to feel more serious. People in the audience noticed that the man had already been acting strange, and as he lingered near the stage, the mood shifted from uncomfortable to concerning. A plainclothes security guard eventually had to physically remove him after he refused to leave. That's scary. And that is the part people need to focus on, because too often women, especially famous women, are expected to, give me a second, I need to move the script, to laugh off invasive behavior as if it's flattering. No, it's not flattering. When a stranger ignores boundaries in public and creates a safety issue, that's not romance. That's entitlement with the ring, and that's terror. It's fucking terrifying. Oh my God. I had somebody literally beg me to be a match with him on this website. I tried to, my mom says I need to start dating. So I tried this dude. I don't know what the hell to say. I don't want to tell him because he's not my type. I don't find him attractive in any kind of way, but he's sitting up there like, please let us be a match. And his goal is to find his soulmate. I don't want to drag him on, but I don't want to crush his heart either. I don't know what to say. Shit. Anyways, Kiki, to her credit, reset the room like a pro. After the man was removed, she calmly told the audience to take a breath and then went right back into the conversation. Longtime fans recognized that same Kiki energy people loved during her sorry to this man era. Funny, grounded, and quick on her feet. But this moment also says something bigger about celebrity culture. Too many people think access to a star means access to their body, time, emotions, or personal space. It does not. Public does not mean available. Funny does not mean vulnerable. Friendly does not mean yours. And Kiki handled the whole mess with style. Look, god dang it, I've gotten over fanatic fanism when I was little. My grandpa died around the same time Immature came to our school. If anything, I was more irritated with the crowd it had become because I wanted to get through and go where I needed to go. You know what I'm saying? But let's be honest. Black women should not have to be charming their way through security threats just because some man made her existence part of his fantasy plotline. That is absolutely terrifying. Anyways, we're going to move on because this one is still an update, and I hope it's the last one because it's gotten on my damn nerves.
Ain't nobody get time for that.
Candy Burris and Todd Tucker finalized divorce, signaling a new chapter rooted in co-parenting and hopefully peace. And see, that's how you're supposed to do the thing without the bra. Your titties are not supposed to sag. You see, all I see is meat, meat, meat. Now, I don't know if it's real, but it's not sagging. It is very firm. That is what you're supposed to strive for. She could have boob titty tape for all I know. I got some. That's what she might be having and pulling that shit really tight. That's what y'all need to do when you do that strapless shit, because the flapjack thing is not cute. I'm just telling y'all the truth. It's not. And we have a fashion show after this, letting y'all know if you're interested. Now let's talk about Miss Candy and Todd, who are officially moving forward with ending their marriage after reaching a divorce settlement. The agreement was reportedly filed in Fulton County, Georgia, and a judge has asked for a few more documents, including a parenting plan and child support details before the split is finalized. Now, Candy and Todd have a public history together. They met in 2011 while filming The Real Housewives of Atlanta, got engaged in 2013, and married the following year. Since then, the public has watched their life unfold, from business moves to family moments to tension that apparently did not stay behind closed doors. They share 2 children together, Ace and Blaze, and both also have older children from previous marriages. Previous relationships. And from what has been publicly, the main priority right now is making sure the kids do not take the emotional hit for the adult situations. I need y'all to cool it down then. It sounded bad at one point. Candy has described the decision to divorce as deeply personal, saying she made it after prayer and a lot of thought. She also said she is focused on protecting her peace and being the best mother she can while co-parenting with respect. And honestly, that phrase right there, protecting my peace, usually means the internal chat has already crashed, burned, and been archived. Damn. Candy also said there was a turning point for her sometime in July when she realized she could not keep doing it anymore. She admitted that the process has not been easy and that some of the conversations have gotten intense. Still, both of them seem to be trying to keep things civil. She even mentioned that recently they attended their son's basketball game together and sat side by side, which tells me they are at least attempting to keep up grown-up business grown up. Now, I do not follow reality TV like that, and I am not here for the usual mess where people turn Black women's pain into entertainment confetti. What matters here is that a woman made a decision about her life, her peace, and her family, and she is trying to move through it with dignity. Sometimes a relationship ends, and the most mature thing people can do is stop pretending it's healthy because the public is watching. Good luck to them, especially those kids, because co-parenting with grace is a whole lot better than staying together out of optics while the house feels like a silent war. I never understood that shit in my life. I never did. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to this next story, which is tripping me the hell out, but it's a good story too. So y'all tell me. Give me just a second so I can change the story. Rappers tried to stop a black Texas man's execution based on song lyrics. So let's talk about that. This next story is heavy and it hits at the crossroad of race, art, and the criminal legal system in a way that should make everybody uneasy. A black man named James Broadnax is scheduled for execution in Texas on April 30th. And one of the most disturbing parts of his case is that prosecutors used his rap lyrics against him when seeking the death penalty. Broadnax was convicted in 2009 in the unaliving of 2 white men during a robbery. But what has drawn national attention is how prosecutors presented his handwritten lyrics in court as evidence of who he was, portraying them as proof that he was dangerous and likely to commit future violence. That is fucked up. That matters because rap has been treated in court for decades as if autobiography whenever a black defendant writes it. Nobody hears a country song about murder and says, arrest him immediately. Nobody reads a horror screenplay and says the writer's clearly a threat to society. But let a black man write rap lyrics and suddenly half the courtroom acts like they found a confession scribbled in rhyme. That is exactly why artists and advocates are speaking up. Let me move this down so I can tell y'all. Travis Scott, along with attorney Alex Spiro, filed an amicus brief arguing that using rap lyrics this way punishes rap as a form of expression and reinforces harmful stereotype. Young Thug and Killer Mike, you know Killer Mike is an advocate, and dozens of other rappers, advocates, and activists, and public figures have also come forward in support of Broadnax. Scholars and advocates argue that his case reflects a bigger pattern. Prosecutors using rap to trigger anti-black bias, anti-hip-hop bias, and the oldest racist myth of irredeemable black predator. In other words, the state is not just saying, here is the evidence. It's also saying, be afraid of black man with lyrics. It's Texas. Texas should also be cut off. And in a death penalty, that kind of framing can be lethal. This fight is also a part of a larger debate. Courts having wrestled with the use of rap lyrics for years in states like California and New York have already taken steps to limit how lyrics can be used as evidence. You know, it's a sick ass country we live in. Have we ever been great? How about that question? Have we ever been great? And talking about making America great again. Have we ever been great? You bastards stole everything, God dang it. Because the question is not whether art can ever be relevant. The question is why rap keeps getting treated like a criminal genre instead of a creative one. And when a black man's words on paper can help push him toward execution, that is not just about one case. That is about who America believes is human enough to be imagined, metaphorical, artistic, complicated, or irredeemable. It's sick to me. All right, now we've just finished what is the celebrity portion. I told you it's gonna be a short night. We're moving on into health, so y'all get ready. Here we go.
We are at war.
Now I missed this because it was a heavy load of stories last week, but I want to get this one out because I think it really is useful to us as a community, okay? What'd you say? Nope, not great yet. We were almost there. Past tense, we were. Staten Island's Black Angels, now how an unsung legion of black nurses defeated disease and cared for the forgotten. I'm upset that I missed that. Now, this is basically telling our story for ourselves because America has a bad habit of using black people to save it and then act like it did all the work alone. Back in the early 1900s, tuberculosis was devastating New York City, especially in overcrowded neighborhoods where poor people, immigrants, black families, and unhoused communities were packed into terrible conditions. The city's answer was to build Seaview Hospital on Staten Island, a massive sanatorium for treatment and quarantine. But here is where the story takes a turn. By the late 1900s, white nurses began leaving in large numbers because tuberculosis was highly contagious and deadly. Once the work became too risky and too undesirable, suddenly the city decided black nurses could be brought in. Funny how that works. Equality is always late, but danger gets integrated right on time. These black nurses were recruited from Southern and Midwestern schools and offered rare opportunities for training, housing, and pay. At Seaview, patients came to call them the Black Angels because of their compassion and courage they showed while they were caring for people with one of the deadliest diseases of that era. It's a damn shame we always got to be doing this shit. They were, and these women were not just caretakers, they were central to history. As Seaview began major research trials, the Black Angels became essential to the hospital's success. They helped administer medication, monitor patients closely, track side effects, and played a critical role in the drug trials that eventually helped establish effective treatment for tuberculosis. One doctor later admitted that without the black nurses, the hospital and the research would not have succeeded. But of course, did they get proper recognition in real time? Please. They were often denied leadership roles, even as they did some of the most dangerous and important work in the building. White nurses remained more likely to get supervisory positions. Same old American pattern: take the labor, withhold the title, rewrite memory. And these women did not just transform medicine. Many of them built black community on Staten Island through civic groups, churches, sororities, political education, and home ownership efforts. They raised children, cared for each other's families, and helped the neighborhoods while also helping cure one of the era's most terrifying diseases. That is legacy, nation building, and it's black womanhood doing the most impossible and still somehow getting a footnote. So the next time this country starts talking about heroes in medicine, maybe somebody needs to say the Black Angels' names a little louder, because they were not background figures. They were the reason people live. I think I'm going to dive deeper into that next day, Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Thursday. I think I'm going to dive into that a little deeper if I have time. If not, I'll use Sunday. Now let's go to something I'm very interested in right now, because I have to be. No, that's not right. I had a picture. The picture is gone, but let me go find the picture. God dang it, I hate when they do this shit. Give me just a moment. Damn it. Damn it. Every goddamn time. I knew I did not know I closed that damn thing, but I can maybe open it still. I might be able to still do it. History. Okay, I was looking. Nope. Everything I was looking for was about the Ethiopian Bible. Let me go look then for this one. Black mothers. I think this is it, because it's Black Health Matters. But no. It was Black and Word. That's what it was. It was Black and Word. Give me a second. Let me get that. I'm still mad. They actually struck me with a warning for doing a report on black women and HIV. What the fuck? I'm just like, how the hell you get that? Damn you bold. That's all I can say is damn you bold. But give me a moment so I can get this up here. Let me bring this down. Yeah, that'll be better so I can get y'all. All right. There it is. I found it. All right, so let me make a copy of this, and I'll hurry up and do that. There it is. All right. Now I'm going to close this. Let me bring this up real quick. 1, 2, 3. Come on, damn it. Really? Okay. I'm gonna get this one right. Maybe if I okay. Maybe if I go back and now come back again. Oh, bitch. Okay. I'm gonna get it. And just have to change stuff. I told you every time it's a struggle. One day I'm gonna get it right. This is a one woman thing, okay? I do this by myself. All right, cool. I wish I had help, but I don't. All right, give me a second. There we go. All right, here we go. Come on, god dang it.
We are at war.
Grief, advocacy, and education. The counselor reflects on Black maternal health, and I'm very scared. I have an appointment Tuesday, so we'll find out what's going on with me. Now, this is painful because it gets one of the ugliest truth. It gets at one of the ugliest truths in American healthcare. This country still does not protect Black mothers the way it should. New numbers show that in 2024, the overall number of women dying from pregnancy or childbirth complications in the United States went down compared with the year before. And yes, any decrease is better than no decrease. But let's not do that thing America loves to do, where a tiny improvement gets turned into a victory parade while the crisis is still very alive. Because even with that drop, Black mothers still are about 3 times more likely to die than white mothers. 3 times in 2026 is one of the richest countries on earth. Black women are still facing radically different survival odds in pregnancy and childbirth. Whew. And in South Carolina, the situation has been alarming. Between 2019 and 2023, the state's maternal death rate was higher than most of the country. So this is not an isolated issue. This is structural. This is policy and bias. It's what happens when race and medicine collide in a system that still too often treats Black pain like a suggestion instead of an emergency. The reality was felt deeply in Charleston, where health professionals, birth workers, and community members gathered to honor Dr. Janelle Green Smith, a Charleston native nurse midwife. I reported on her, and that she died earlier in January of complications, and the loss hit hard. This was a woman who had helped more than 300 babies come into this world. A Black maternal health professional who devoted her life to helping Black women give birth safely. So for someone like that to die from the very crisis she was fighting, that is more than tragic. That is a devastating indictment of the system itself. At the gathering, therapist and father Lawrence Lovell spoke about grief, support, and what men need to understand if they are serious about protecting the women in their lives during pregnancy and childbirth. One of the most important things he said was simple: believe women. Believe them when they say they are in pain. Believe them when they say something feels wrong. Believe them when they tell you their body is not okay. Because too many Black women have been ignored, minimalized, delayed, and dismissed right into danger. Lovell also emphasized that partners need to be prepared to advocate in medical spaces, especially when the mother is exhausted, overwhelmed, or in active labor. That means asking questions, paying attention, speaking up, and not standing there like a decorative lamp while the woman next to you is fighting to be heard. This story is about grief, yes, but it's also about accountability. Because if we know Black women are dying at a disproportionate rate and we keep hearing the same warnings, then at some point, this stops being a mystery and starts looking exactly like what it is: preventable neglect. That's it for the health. And now we're going to go check out my commercial real quick. Then we're going to switch to our palette cleanser. And then we're going to look at a little fashion before we go fuck off somewhere. You know how I do. So If you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, and you think you have a better recommendation, just come at me right and hit it in the comments. I will respond, or I might take it to heart and actually do it. I've done it before when people have helped me, suggested something. Please like, share, subscribe, help me get my word out, and I'll be right back. Give me a second here.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
Oops, give me a second. I need to move that. Shit. There it is. Escaped bull visits Kansas high school. I told y'all they coming for us. I told you. Now they coming to the high schools. Last week it was a badger. Now it's a bull. A whole goddamn bull. What the hell? So let's cleanse the timeline for a second, because the next story is giving small town chaos in the funniest possible way. Police and firefighters in Eudora, Kansas had to respond after an escaped bull was spotted wandering around Eudora High School. Yes, a bull. At the school, just outside, apparently minding his business and living his best free-range life. This motherfucker is scoping. He is doing reconnaissance. That's what that damn thing is doing. So he can report back to that crazy-ass orangutan in the White House. That's what that bull is doing. You think he's minding his business? He's watching us. According to officials, the bull was seen loose in an open field near the high school on Thursday, which I know had at least one staff member somewhere saying, "I am not paid enough for this." The Eudora Police Department and Eudora City Fire Department worked together to get the situation under control. And in their own words, livestock wrangling is not exactly part of the standard police training. I bet it ain't. Who the hell owns this damn? I'm telling you. I bet you he ain't got no owner. This motherfucker is a free agent. Just letting you know. Which frankly is probably for the best, because I do not need Officer Jenkins trying to negotiate with a bull off instinct and prayer. Thankfully, the situation ended safely. The bull was successfully guided back into its trailer, returned to its owner, and nobody got hurt. No injuries, no tickets, no school-wide stampede. How did the bull get out? Nobody's telling us. And according to the police department, nobody was bullied, which I appreciate because it's corny as hell. If you are going to post about a runaway bull, you might as well go ahead and commit to the pun. They also joked that the animal received a moving violation. Now listen, I'm not saying that joke was great, but I'm saying I respect the commitment. That's all I can do, because god dang, that was a horrible, corny ass joke. And honestly, in a world of horrifying headlines, I will gladly take a story where the biggest public safety threat of the day was a confused bull. I don't think he was confused. I think he knows what he's doing. Taking an unauthorized campus tour. So shout out to the first responders. Shout out to the owner. You need to keep your bull. And shout out to the bull for giving Kansas the kind of headline that makes you stop scrolling and say, now how the hell did he get over there? Because sometimes the news is war, corruption, or another billion-dollar mess. And sometimes it's just Bessie's angry cousin outside the school fence causing administrative stress. Balance. And we're not done, because here's more goddamn proof that these animals are seriously going to fuck us up in a few years. Look at this shit here. Check this out.
Three, two, one, go. And stop.
You saw that. let me change this thing. Did anybody hear that last story? Please tell me they did, because I just looked at the thing and it looked like it was mute. Please tell me you saw that other one about the bull. Please tell me you did. Anyways, goldfish drives custom-built car at a record distance in 1 minute. I heard a goldfish had the memory of 1 second, so now they're driving. We gonna get fucked up. Y'all playing around with this shit. That damn goldfish is gonna fuck us up. I'm just telling you. He's a part of the army that is being built. These animals are moving. They are making moves. One came from England. One went from the U.S. to Belarus. Then you got the damn cows going into the checking out the damn high schools. You got a badger in the school. I'm telling you, they're gonna fuck us up if y'all keep just ignoring these motherfuckers. These animals are gonna fuck us up. I'm telling you. You sitting up there talking about the damn cow is just minding his own business. The hell he is. That motherfucker was doing something. So for our last story, let's end on something so ridiculous. You almost have to respect it. A Dutch engineer, he's helping them, named Thomas de Wolf. See? He got an animal name. I told you, we all fucked. Built a tiny 4-wheeled vehicle for his pet goldfish Blub. And yes, somehow this turned into a real Guinness World Record. Apparently, De Wolf said he wanted to make his monotonous job more fun and entertaining, and instead of taking up a normal hobby like gardening or stress-eating cookies, ooh, I want some cookies, he decided to build a motion-sensing car for a fish. Because of course he did. The setup includes a small water tank placed on top of the vehicle, and the goldfish steers by moving around inside the tank. The system tracks those movements and translates into motion, allowing the car to move in the direction the fish swims. We are going to get fucked up by these animals. They are going to do a mollywop. I'm telling you, we're going to get mollywopped by these animals. You think I'm playing? Look at this. Now the fish can drive. Blub managed to drive the car a total distance of 40 feet and 3.46 inches in 1 minute, setting the Guinness World Record for the greatest distance covered in a motion-sensing vehicle by a goldfish in that time. Are you saying there was somebody else in this bitch? He had to be the first. What exactly are we doing as a species? Fair question. Because I don't know anymore. This shit right here, that's disturbing. But here is the interesting part. Behind the absurdity, there is actually a serious idea. De Wolf says the motion sensing technology used in the project could eventually help people with disabilities, especially in designing alternative mobility systems. So while a goldfish car sounds like peak internet foolishness, the underlying concept could have real world applications for accessibility and assistive tech, yes. And honestly, that is the kind of weird science I can get behind, but I still think those animals are going to remember this technology. You done fucked up. Because if somebody says I made a fish drive a car, my first instinct is to laugh. No, it's not. It's to get the hell away from that person. This script was written not by me. I'm just telling you right now, it is not. My first instinct is to get the far away from that motherfucker as I can. That is what my first instinct would say, okay? So, but if they follow that up with, and this technology may one day help people with mobility issues, then all right, sir, carry on with your aquatic engineering nonsense. So congratulations to Blub, who has now accomplished more in 1 minute than some grown men do in a fiscal year. And shout out to the engineer who looked at a fish tank and saw innovation. That is either genius, boredom, or Europe. Probably all three. And that's it for the news, y'all. Are y'all still here? Because I still feel like that bull news did not get through. Are y'all still here? Please let me know y'all still here, please. Because I'm scared now. I'm scared. I'm thinking y'all are not here. But we do have a fashion show if y'all are willing to indulge me. I don't know if anybody's here. And if nobody says anything, I'm going to bounce. Because I really don't like talking to stranger, just nobody. I'm for real. So I'll give you like a minute. I'm going to play my commercial one last time. And if nobody says anything, I'm out of here. Because like I said, we got time. But if nobody's here to watch this, I am not going to perform. That's all I got to say. So Give me a second. Oh, still okay. Cool. I got scared. I thought I was by myself at one point. Cool. So I'm gonna do this commercial and then we're gonna come back and look at these fashion shows.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right. We about to look at, give me a second here. I got to get the window up so I can see it. We're about to look at the best black celeb looks at the 2026 Essence Black Women in Hollywood. Okay, I can already see somebody playing around. What the fuck is that? Is that like, what is she wearing? Okay, we're going to talk about that once we get to it. I don't know what to say. Let me move this window around. Every goddamn time I just be wanting to move this bastard. Oh, now you let me move you, you bastard. Last time you wouldn't let me move you. Fucker. Okay. Let me try and put it somewhere where y'all can see clearly. Okay. All I see is torsos. That's horrible. Anyways, let me close some windows so I can clearly see this. So let's talk about some of this fashion. All right. Moving on. Oh, glad. Oh, good. Everybody's there. Just we're getting for the. All right. This is Marsai Martin. And honestly, I'm not mad at this outfit at all. It actually is not that bad. I just think that damn shawl is long as hell. But I mean, the colors are good. She's got like a 1960s hair vibe going on. I would have liked if she had wore like some like a necklace or something, maybe that. But other than that, she's not bad. She's got the makeup and she's not scary at all. But I do believe she's gonna trip some people up as they walk behind her or next to her. I know I would have probably fell and hanged my damn self with the goddamn shawl myself. I'm that clumsy. Moving on. All right, Halle Bailey. You know what? It's not bad. It's very interesting. But for me, honestly, I think if they had to cinch the waist better, because it's giving like I have no shape. But she's shown her body. She's got shape, and them arms don't look like turkey arms. She look like she got biceps. I'm not mad at it, and I just wish her toes would stay. I'm a stickler for the feet. I don't understand why people wear shoes and their toes be hanging off the edge. That's the only issue I have. But, I really don't have a whole lot to complain about this outfit. It's very interesting. I just hope she don't trip either. That's all I can say. Let me push it up so y'all can see the bottom part. I want y'all to be able to see the bottom part as well. Because like I said, if you cinch the waist, it would be perfect in my I noticed that right there. In my opinion, if you cinch the waist, okay, I'm just showing y'all now. There it is right there. That's the whole outfit. Let me bring it down for y'all. There it goes. Other than that, she looks fine. I mean, the color actually works for her. Is this it? Is it muted colors, earth tones or something? What the fuck is this? All right, so these folks decided they were going to do couture. I can't see her waist, but I like what I see. These folks thought they were going to do couture, and apparently they were serious about this shit. I don't understand it. This is why I don't do fashion. Oh, good. Now y'all can actually see this. Let me pull it up so y'all can see it. Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. Let me bring this down so y'all can see it. Okay. I kind of like the first one, but the whole fact is it was actually made like that, which is fucking me up. Like, she's cute in it, but it's very confusing. I can't see her feet. They did that smart. Now, this one over here, she looks like Poison Ivy and I don't know what the hell's going on with that other outfit. I don't know what to say. It stops and then keeps going, and you think I don't like it. I don't understand what the hell I'm looking at over there. But these two brown girls, they got it going on, right? But I still, I mean, it looks like she went through a hurricane. Ryan looks like she went through a hurricane. That's the one in the white. I don't understand it. She looks beautiful. Her hair looks great, but the dress confuses me and still allures me some kind of way. Tayana, I didn't know was that damn small. Damn, she's small. But yeah, she's pulling a poison ivy, and I don't know what the hell old girl next to her is doing. But yeah, okay. Next on the show is I don't know what she's doing. But I'm not I don't know fashion, so shit. I'm just a regular person with no money. Tayana is really giving off Jennifer Hudson vibes for some reason. I thought this was Jennifer Hudson until I saw that name. I don't understand this dress, and I don't know what to say. It's different, but you don't hate it. Which one is it? There were 3 outfits right there. Her shoes, yeah, her toes are on the shoe. That's great. I love that at least. She's a tiny ass girl too. Good grief. But what the hell? She feels like, it feels to me like her titties are like very confused right now. They don't know whether they're being pulled or pushed or anything. I don't understand the dress, but at least she's matching. I don't understand this shit at all, really. But at least she's matching. Her face is giving young Jennifer Hudson all the way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing something, but she's looking like Jennifer. And now we have this chick. I'm still trying to figure out why she's famous now. She was on a reality show, and apparently she got cheated on, and now she's famous. I don't understand it. Alondria Carthen. I don't know if those are real, but they are not sagging. The white dress, but all were okayish. Oh, okay. Yeah, that white dress was, yeah, that's how I felt. I didn't like, it was different, but I didn't hate it. Oh, girl, I can't see her feet. I still don't understand why she's famous, but maybe that's what fame is now. The nails are cute. She matches, and she's not wearing a bra and her titties holding straight. So I don't know what to tell you. Are they real? Maybe not. But hey, at least she's not flapjack. I hate this one though. Her boobs look tortured. Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, I was confused. I was very, very confused with that. We're moving on to Serena Page. Girl, you giving Catwoman. At least your shoes are fit your toes. All I can think is you need to go do some flipping. I thought that was a whole onesie. I really did. I thought that was a whole onesie. But girl, even your eyelashes, ooh, your makeup. Oh wow. Well, at least you got the body for it, but I did not expect that. Bold move. But wow, that sequence, yeah, I thought it was a one piece. I really did. At least she's got the body for it. I don't understand what's going on. I expect her to start flipping and kicking people in the face, real talk. Because she looked like Catwoman to me in red. Moving on, Hallie's sister. Yeah, a lot of these are some nice shaped women, but they some small ladies too. Chloe Bailey is scaring the shit out of me. None of this matches. Oh my God. The bottom will fuck your eyes up. It's like 3D. What the fuck is this? I can't look at this woman too long. Who told her this was a good idea? Oh, wow. It don't match. And what is that, velvet? I think that's velvet. My mom said velvet make you look cheap. None of that matches. I mean, I see the yellow, but none of that fucking matches because you have no black at the top part, and then you have a red velvet crushed, possibly. I don't like this at all for her. Her shoes are, her feet are on the shoe, so it's not hanging off. That's good, but the bottom is fucking my eyes up. It looks 3D. It's fucking my eyes up. Moving on. Zendaya. I can't say anything really bad about this. She's giving pixie girl. I don't like pointy shoes. That's all I can say. I don't like pointy shoes. But it's giving pixie girl. She's a small woman. All of these goddamn women are so damn small. I want to go on a diet. Yes, that dress was horrible. That was hard. Yeah, it reminded me of a Venus flytrap and a 3D tiger to scare the shit out of you just in case. This is cute. I actually think it's cute. I would have loved if she had a bracelet on that other hand, or a clutch. That's about all I can say. The dress is cute. I would wear it, but I can't wear it because I'm not that small. I like it. And the haircut is fun. It's fun. She's giving a pixie mean. But then again, I don't know fashion, so hey, I could not know. Oh, she's paying homage to Whitney Houston with the hair. That's lovely. Now here we go. Wunma Moseku. Did she have the baby yet? I don't think she had. She's still pregnant. And the dress is horrible. Even if you're pregnant, even if your ass was in a lovely movie, you know you was wrong for this shit. Your hair is cute, your face is cute, your jewelry is cute. That dress is horrible. What the hell? It looks like she shaved a dog, a Shar-Pei to be exact, a Shar-Pei to make the skirt. Girl, no, not this. You could have done better. They were wrong for that. They played in your face, ma'am. Everything from here on up is great. Right here is great. Here is, oh, Lord Jesus. They didn't, oh, Lord. Where's my sound effects? They just did you so dirty. They did you dirty, dirty, ma'am.
Someone call 911.
You know, they did you dirty. A poodle, I thought it was a Shar-Pei, personally. Oh, Lord Jesus. Where's my sound effect? I know one specifically one that I need right now, because that they did her so dirty. Everything from the shoulder up is great, but that one right there is like, whoo, there it is.
Oh my God.
Yes, there you go. They were so wrong for that. This was not the dress. I'm so sorry. So sorry, ma'am. They did you wrong for that one. Ooh, no. Now, this one is Jamie Lawson. I have no idea who this woman is, but I guess there's a theme of 3D and corsets and muted tones. Girl, oh Lord, but the bottom is the worst, the shoes. Girl, you look like you're going to church. You look like you're going to church. Why you do that? The dress apparently is like multi-layered, which is fucking me up because it's got that, you know, that kind of look that silk kind of does. It's fucking me up. You look very well trained. You look, wow. You look like you could beat the shit out of somebody. So you look healthy. That's great. Your teeth are very nice. Hair a little plain. This dress could have done more. And the shoes fucking me up the worst. The shoes. Girl, you look like you about to go to church. Moving on, here comes Ryan Coogler's wife, Zinzi Coogler. She looks adorable. It's very nice. I would have liked the darker color on her. Yeah, those shoes were criminal. And her too, wearing these shoes, they don't look like they fit. They don't look like they feel good. I actually like the material the dress is made out of, but I think she could have pushed a little further. Maybe some bracelets. I like the rings. Maybe a clutch. Her hair looks nice, but you know, I just think she could have pushed it a little more. But it's still cute. The shoes look horrible though. I don't know who picked them damn shoes. It's another smooth criminal with these shoes. Moving on, Cheryl Lee Ralph. I respect her, but she looks like she's about to go on her show. What is it, Abbott? She looks like a principal, and then they took it to another level. This is fucked up. You thought it was going to stop at her thighs, didn't you? You thought it was going to be somewhere around here, didn't you? You were wrong. They decided they was going to fuck you up. You thought the dress was supposed to stop here. It goes down to here. You don't even know what kind of shoes she's wearing. This dress is fucked up. I don't know what to say. You got me, damn it. That dress was, I was like, it's plain. I can see her nipples though. I'm like, it's kind of plain, but it's plain and ridiculous. I'm sorry. Everything from the shoulder up is beautiful. This right here is too plain for this event. And then you took it to another. She lost weight, but damn it. That dress has fucked me up all the way to the bottom. I wouldn't even wear that to work. Now we have a Ryan Michelle Bath. I actually like this. This is very tasteful to me. I think it should have been longer though. I think it should have been longer. This is giving first date. This is giving first date for me. But I mean, it's still cute. It's not bad. I like the color. I like the way she has that. I really wish she had a clutch, but I guess people don't want clutches no more. I guess they have nothing to carry. The hair is interesting. She could have smiled, but it looks like they caught her off guard. I just wish the dress was longer, maybe, or had a split, maybe. I don't know. The shoes look like they don't fit her, but I don't like pointy shoes. So, like I said, I don't know fashion. But that is it. I finally got through another struggle one. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. I will probably remind me if you don't, to go ahead and look further into the Black Angels of Staten Island. Thank y'all so much. Without y'all, I would be nothing. Please like, subscribe, share, get my word out, because quite frankly, they've already bastardized woke, but we still need to be woke. We need to know what this, especially with this administration, we need to know exactly what they're doing. We need to be alert at all times. So thank y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Wish me luck on Tuesday. Hopefully I get good news, and I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.
I can't say no, I always gotta go. Laying house to take on my soul. I can't say no, I always gotta go. Laying house to take home with my soul. No, I always gotta go.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Laying house, this ain't a home with my soul.